No one paid much attention to the janitor at Crestwood Financial Tower. He moved like a shadow-worn uniform, squeaky cart and quiet presence. James Nolan, a single father in his 40s, kept his head down. Each night he worked in silence, his tired eyes hiding a storm of memories, his calloused hands steady, and a folded photo of his daughter Lily tucked into his chest pocket like a compass. James wasn't just a janitor. Once, he was a top linguistics student at the University of Chicago. Fluent in dead languages, gifted in interpretation, but life had other plans. When his wife passed away and newborn Lily needed him, dreams had to be shelved. He traded textbooks for mops, lectures for night shifts. And though the world dismissed him, he never let go of who he truly was. Then came the night everything changed. It was close to midnight on the 24th floor. A group of overconfident interns lingered in the break room, loud from caffeine and full of themselves. They were showing off in front of Amanda's newest hire, puffing chests and making jokes when they noticed James quietly mopping near the window. "Hey, janitor," one of them, Brett, called out with a smirk. "Want to make my whole salary in 1 second?" The others burst into laughter. James looked up, but said nothing. Brett held up his phone, displaying a block of indecipherable ancient text. "Found this in a client's archive. Latin, Greek, whatever. Translate it and my paycheck's yours." "Hell, I'll Venmo you on the spot," Amanda frowned. "Come on, Brett." But James didn't flinch. He parked his cart, took the phone, and began to read. And then he translated, not just in Latin, but fluently into ancient Greek, then French, then German, then Mandarin. Not a hint of hesitation or accent. Just quiet mastery. Silence fell. The room froze. Amanda whispered, "Wait, who are you?" James handed the phone back. "Just a dad who didn't finish his PhD," he said softly. "But I still remember what I studied." Brett's jaw dropped. "You just translated part of a client's legal will. We've been stuck on it for weeks." A voice cut in from across the room. Mr. Kessler, the firm's VP, stepped out of his office. "Let me see that." He reviewed the translation, then looked at James with quiet intensity. "Where did you learn this?" "University of Chicago. Linguistics and classics," James replied. "Before life happened." Kessler said nothing at first. Then he nodded and walked back inside. The next morning, James didn't clock in with his mop. He sat in a glass-walled executive room, flanked by lawyers, fresh coffee, and an offer on the table. A senior translation consultant rolled double Brett's salary,
flexible hours so he could be there for Lily, and a full scholarship for her.
Future death. A janitor nobody noticed had just become irreplaceable. Weeks passed. The legend of James Nolan spread through Crestwood like wildfire. The janitor who spoke ancient Greek, who cracked codes without a computer. People whispered in elevators and stared in awe, but James? He just came in with a briefcase and a promise to himself. Don't change who you are, just change the room you're standing in. He quietly decoded centuries-old contracts, uncovered lost clauses, and unblocked multi-million-dollar deals. His mind, trained not just in language but in context and nuance, was more powerful than any AI the company tried. Meanwhile, Brett couldn't handle it. The same intern who mocked him now watched James enter meetings he was barred from. And when Brett tried to throw one last jab during a presentation, "Funny how mopping floors gets you a six-figure job," James said nothing. He simply slid a printed legal document across the table written in a forgotten Roman dialect. His translation revealed that Crestwood had unknowingly voided a $14 million contract. His correction saved the company from a disaster. Applause erupted. Brett was asked to leave the room. Then came an unexpected encounter. One rainy evening, As James packed up, a woman approached him in the lobby. Nervous eyes, worn coat. "Are you James Nolan?" "Yes." "I'm Professor Elaine Voss. I taught linguistics at Chicago. You were my best student." James froze. "I read about you in the news. I had to see you for myself." They sat at a cafe and caught up. She cried as he told his story. "You had a gift. I'm sorry the system let you fall through the cracks." James smiled gently. "The system didn't fail me. Life just rerouted me." She nodded, then paused. "I'm launching a global research institute, remote-based, mentorship programs. We need scholars, but more than that, we need examples. People like you." James was stunned. "I just wanted to provide for my daughter. And now you're paving the way for those who were overlooked." Months later, James returned to the university he once had to leave. He gave a guest lecture, captivating students with stories of resilience and linguistics, history, and hope. At the end, a student raised a hand. "Professor Nolan, what was your greatest translation?" James smiled softly. "My life," he said. "I took something painful, grief, failure, sacrifice, and rewrote it into purpose." 4 years later, Lily graduated valedictorian of her class. In her speech, when asked who inspired her most, she pointed to the front row. "My father," she said. "He turned a mop into a key and unlocked a future he never stopped fighting for."